Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some $1,000.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. One team comes in off of victory, the other comes in off of defeat. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and now the rookie's free. 20-10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 95 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is the offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Come on, let's go.
They run it again with Lacey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a good little broken tackle run there for the former second-round pick, Eddie Lacy.
He's a big back, and he runs with some power and definitely with some physicality. And enough of those types of runs, as they accumulate, they turn into bigger runs later because after a while, guys don't want to deal with him.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Play fake, Mariota. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Second down, Mariota. Left side complete, Seferian-Jenkins. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Carlos Hyde, see you later. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Vaughn Alexander is one of the exciting linebackers in the league. His forte, speed.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Lacey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, That was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
2nd and 5. Mariota now on 2nd down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Halfback sent in motion. 3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now a handoff here to his running back. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Mariota looking for Randall, and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with a lucky number touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Sims. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it again with Sims. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. And the back goes into motion. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run here with Sims. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Big Stephen Paya there to get him down to the ground. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles. In a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Marshall will be the lone receiver right. the gun. Mariota. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Let's go. Close, Tiger.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go. 4 down. Check. Slow. Check it back.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
3 down.
In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Mariota now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So out now come the Redskins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Here we go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the... And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One back is Lacey. He'll get the football here. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Eddie Lacy, see you later. Touchdown, Washington. Eddie Lacy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Play clock winding down. To throw is Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Again, it's Lacy. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Let's go. Love. 200 get. 200 get.
Out of the pistol. Here's Lacy. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. One back is Lacy. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And Novak's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As they begin on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's got time. Throwing left side, it's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll run the option left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
One receiver to the left is Evans. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. On 3rd down, Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Alteron Werner with the tackle.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
4 down, check, 4 down, here we go. 319, 319. That's 3 for Mike. 53, 200 yards. Tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to look to throw. Can't find it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Novak's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A first down throw for Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down following the run. One receiver to the left is Evans. They go play action. Mariota. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a fumble on second down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up third. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long here for Mariota. Surveying the field. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he finds a man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 21, and the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They run it again with Hyde. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Mariota to sneak it. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. In motion right is a running back. Mariota will look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. Shreds the tackle. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return. And they've taken the lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that puts you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Marshall will be the lone receiver right. He's back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll look to throw. And this is Randall here over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. All that practice time came to fruition on now play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And now a first down following that long gain. Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now the offense operates in the red zone. In motion right is Evans. They'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Sims on the run. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw in that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only did they score with little time left for them to retaliate, they chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical. Now, barring something crazy on the kickoff, they've got this one. Now whistles here, and I think the offense has just used their 3rd and final timeout of the 2nd half. They have. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who